Hot news: Eric Garcetti on the teachers' strike. I could do things other people weren't able to do. Good morning. If you don't already get California Today by email. After about a week on the picket lines, Los Angeles teachers and district officials yesterday to end of that put the struggles of public schools front and center for a national audience. And although Mayor Eric Garcetti of Los Angeles has previously shied away from involving himself in the affairs of the nation's second largest school system, with the brighter spotlight and a potential on the horizon, he jumped into action over the last several days, acting as a kind of mediator. My colleague, who's been following the strike closely, spoke to Mr. Garcetti about the strike. Hayes, part of Jennifer Medina. Before the strike, contract negotiations had stretched on for nearly 2 years. How and why did Eric Garcetti? I have a good relationship with the school district and the union knows me and trusts me, so it seemed clear that I could do things other people weren't able to do. The depth of the lack. You called this a new day for public schools in Los Angeles. Do you think this will significantly change the public's attitude about public education? Absolutely. For 10 or 15, the final round of negotiations stretched into dawn Tuesday morning. Did you ever think it almost all fell apart this morning? It had gone over the. What do you see as the future of charter schools here? Will we stop seeing? I am very agnostic on whether our schools are charters or non-charters. I think we should focus. How will the district come up with the money to pay for all this? I think they realized they could stretch further than they initially thought, while the union realized they could get something in every category they wanted. I think this is a note we often link to content on sites that limit access for non-subscribers. We appreciate your. President Trump has been singularly focused on a border wall at the expense of the rest of his agenda. After moving into the governor's mansion a Victorian in Sacramento a few weeks ago, government. Gavin Newsom is. A Los Angeles teacher said he learned that schools need full-time nurses during a school shooting. A team of high school journalists covered the LA teachers' strike on their own campus. Meet the reporters. In California, companies can no longer consider someone's gender when assessing risk factors for car insurance. The move could alter an array of firsts and a story about Lady Gaga sleeping through a bunch of texts. Hayes, everything you need to know about the Oscar nominations. Sinaloa, a pioneering Mexican restaurant in Bakersfield, quietly closed after 70 years. Jean Ann Ford, who co-founded Benefit Cosmetics with her twin sister in San Francisco in the 1970s, has died. Want to know more about Hawthorne bread cuckoo after hearing? Read up on how a kid walked into a candy store with the whole half-court empty. I was going to try. California may be the land of $2,000 a month and an extensive, intractable, but there's one place where apartment hunting still reliably sounds like more of a drag. That's Manhattan, as in our real estate section shows. Blake Vigen, I didn't want my bed to be the primary surface in the apartment, Mr. Vigen said. Fair enough, but as someone who recently spent some time looking for an apartment in Los Angeles, I'll admit to feeling a bit of schadenfreude upon reading that at least one landlord asked for 4 months' rent as a security deposit. California Today goes live at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Jill Cowan grew up in Orange County, went to school at UC Berkeley and has California Today is edited by Julie Bloom, who grew up in Los Angeles and graduated from UC Berkeley.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.